I stand before you as the representative of a free and independent country, the Republic of Serbia, which is on its EU accession path, but which at the same time is not ready to turn its back on traditional friendships it had been building for centuries. The attempt of cutting my country into pieces that had formally started in 2008 by the unilateral declaration of independence of so-called Kosovo has not ended yet. Precisely, the violation of the UN Charter in case of Serbia was one of the visible precursors of numerous problems we are all facing today. But I will speak about principles which had been violated and which brought us to the situation in which we are today, and not by the small ones who are often the target of the attack, but by the most powerful countries in the world, especially those who gave themselves the right to lecture, each from its own angle on politics and moral to the whole world. Here, in this hall, only 2 days ago we could hear from the President of the United States the most important principle in relation between the countries, the respect for their territorial integrity and sovereignty. And only as the third most important factor he mentioned human rights. I, as the President of Serbia, supported that with unhidden jubilance. The only problem in all that was the fact that few hours after his speech, I had to see in these premises the President of the so-called Kosovo, who is considered by the most powerful part of the West the President of an independent country. Originated, by the way, by the secession of the territory of the Republic of Serbia. At the same time, only a few meters away from this hall, the German minister said that Germany firmly observed the UN Charter and UN decisions and documents, and that it would never give up on it. All that would be nice if it were true. Namely, almost all Western powers brutally violated both the UN Charter and the UN Resolution 1244, and it happened 24 and exactly 15 years ago. For the first time, unprecedented in the world history, the most powerful 19 countries made a decision without involvement of the UN Security Council. I repeat, without any decision by the UN Security Council, to brutally attack and punish a sovereign country on the European soil, as they had said, to prevent a humanitarian disaster. They didn't laugh out loud when Russian president used the very same words justifying his attack against Ukraine. But 24 years ago, the most powerful and the strongest 19 had no mercy with small Serbia. Namely, since the moment of the victory of those 19 against small Serbia, 70% of Serbs from Kosovo have left their thresholds. And there are by 300,000 Albanians more than have ever been in Kosovo. Well, that much about the law, that much about the justice. Principles do not change from one circumstance to another. Principles do not apply only on the strong ones, they apply to all. If that's not the case, then there are no longer principles,